first ever 306 horsepower Lexus RC Coupe. Once driven, there's no going back.
In the U.S., 1 out of 4 children are living today with a chronic illness.
One of the programs that Starlight Children's Foundation has developed is Starlight Fun Centers.
The Starlight Fun Centers are really useful in the hospital. It offers the children an experience that's going to make him happy, that's going to make him smile.
IBEW Local 103 stepping up and providing the funding for 9 fun centers will impact the lives of thousands of children in the New England area.
Battle Old Man Winter with 75 to 90% savings on Cold Water Creek apparel and get wool socks for $3.99 only at Ocean State Job Lot.
I'm Teddy Bruschi. Tackling a professional football player is not easy, but tackling the high cost of healthcare, now that's easy. Just go where I go, Shields MRI. The Shields family gives you a quality MRI at a sensible price. In fact, they could save you up to $1,000 or more. So get out there and take on those high medical costs. It's easier than taking on a really big fullback. Trust me. Why overpay for an MRI? Choose to go where I go. Shields MRI.
The holidays are here at Edaville, USA. Come enjoy the Christmas Festival of Lights with thousands of twinkling lights. And don't miss a special ride on the Polar Express with hot chocolate, cookies, and Santa. Buy tickets for the whole family at Edaville.com.
Right now at 6, 5 feet of snow and counting. The state of emergency near Buffalo, New York.
And it's a biting wind this morning, making wind chills feel like they're in the single digits and teens. How long it sticks around.
And mourners remember a rabbi from Boston killed in a terror attack. The violence is stirring new tensions in the Middle East this morning.
A police canine earning a first of its kind award, and he's just one of the local heroes being honored today.
Live from the Channel 4 studios in Boston, WBZ News in the Morning starts right now.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Bree Season.
And I'm Catherine Hauser. We're so glad you're here with us. It is November the 19th. It is chilly out there, but we don't have to deal with what people in Buffalo, New York are dealing with. Take a look at this.
Gross.
So much snow.
So gross. Over 5 feet already, everybody. More than 100 miles of the New York State Thruway shut down. You see there a basketball team stranded on their bus. National Guard being called in to help. At least 4 deaths, though, are being blamed on this storm.
And here's some time-lapse video to show you of the front moving through. Basically, this is lake effect snow, and you can see a wall of white hitting the area. Really interesting to look at, but not fun to experience.
No, but could you see in the video too how localized it is?
Right.
I mean, right over your head, it's not snowing, and you could see those bands of white coming in. Really impressive stuff, ladies. It's mild lake water that actually contributes to part of this, and you get a cold wind that blows over the lake, and that's what's creating these really localized, persistent bands of snow. We've had 45 to 60 inches so far in spots, and that was as of late last night. I wouldn't be surprised to see some inches, over 70 inches, or some amounts that come back, because there are still bands of snow coming down, blizzard conditions at times. Here at home, the skies are clear, though, but that's really allowed our temperatures to tumble, and the wind is blowing, too. So right now, it feels like it's below 0 in Worcester. The wind chill 1 below at the airport. That's about 1,000 feet in elevation, 11 degrees in Boston. So it's going to kind of be a shock as you head out the door this morning. Wind gusts, too, between 20 and 30 miles per hour for many of us. Actual temperatures are in the teens and 20s, and we won't get out of the 30s today for highs. The wind won't be as strong late in the day, but it'll still mean wind chill values in the 20s at the warmest time. Clear skies, 31, with the winter chill heading into the ride home. We'll talk much more about the forecast when we get a warm-up on the way, but first, traffic and weather together. How's it look out there, Roby?
Well, Danielle, the normal trouble spots are starting to get busy both north and south of the city. Let's take a look at the maps right now. To the south, the expressway north is bumper to bumper between Neponsit and the Braintree Tree split. Route 3 North bogs down between the split and Union Street. 24 North crawling a bit starting in Brockton around 123 to 139. Now let's take a look to the north. Route 3 in Lowell looks like a mess southbound between 495 and 129. 93 South is sluggish starting up in the Methuen stretch, and then you bog down again when you hit Woburn. Bree, Catherine?
All right, thank you, Roby. Growing tensions in the Middle East this morning in the wake of a terror attack in Jerusalem.
And now local temples are stepping up their own security. One of the 5 people killed was a rabbi who grew up here in Boston. Chris McKinnon is live for us in Brookline, where mourners have gathered to remember him. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Catherine and Bree. Well, Rabbi Moshe Twersky was one of those 5 people that was killed while praying inside the synagogue in Jerusalem yesterday. Friends of Twersky showed up here at the school that his father founded to remember him once they heard what happened.
We are heartbroken. We are numb.
An emotional night at the Maimonides School in Brookline. Friends remembering Rabbi Moshe Twersky, a Boston native brutally killed in a synagogue in Jerusalem.
I will always remember Moshe for his modesty, his brilliance, his smile, and his kindness.
Twersky was one of 5 people killed yesterday when police say 2 Palestinian cousins armed with a pistol and meat cleaver burst into the synagogue. An unthinkable act now worrying Jews in the Boston area.
The community trembles at such terror, and of course the community is confused and dispirited and depressed and worried about the future.
And that threat is real here, according to WBZ security analyst Ed Davis. He says police are stepping up security.
We have to be cognizant of what happened and also aware that someone could try to do this again.
That presence was felt outside the school with Brookline police and security posted outside during the service. Inside, though, it was a time of reflection, mourning, and trying to find answers.
How can such a thing happen in this world? How come nobody cares? How come terrorism is allowed to run rampant literally now over the whole globe?
The Consul General of Israel to New England spoke with us yesterday and laid blame squarely on the Palestinian Authorities' recent rhetoric that say may have inflamed the feelings over there in Jerusalem, sparking this attack. We're live in Brookline this morning. Chris McKinnon, WBZ News.
All right, thank you, Chris. New this morning, a serious crash in Foxborough to tell you about. I-95 is back open right now. Earlier, a car collided with the tractor trailer, then slid underneath it. Police shut down the southbound lanes near Route 140. That's while MedFlight transported the driver of the car to a hospital. Police say that driver is in stable condition. Randolph police now have the car involved in a hit-and-run crash that seriously injured a 21-year-old man, but they haven't found the driver just yet. The damage, including a smashed windshield, suggests this was a very violent crash. A gas station surveillance camera shows the moment of impact. In the video, you could see the victim's feet, then the headlights as the car hits him.
The head of the FBI says Boston is well prepared when it comes to security for the trial of accused marathon bomber Johar Tsarnaev. Chief James Comey made the statements during a visit to Boston yesterday. Tsarnaev's trial is set to begin in January. And today, some of the officers who responded to the marathon bombings and the Watertown shootout will be honored for their bravery. They're among 25 officers getting an award today. History is also going to be made at this ceremony. Our Nicole Jacobs is live for us at the State House to explain. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning to you, Catherine. We know men and women put their lives on the line every day in law enforcement, answering the call for help, the call for duty. And so today's awards are very special, and they're named after a state trooper who was killed in the line of duty.
Honoring some of the bravest, those who have risked their lives to save others. One of Boston's darkest moments, the Boston Marathon bombing. Emergency responders rushing to aid the injured and police officers in their desperate attempt to secure the area. Sean Collier killed in the days following the bombings. As an MIT police officer, he confronted the suspects in what led to a Watertown shootout and ultimate capture of the bombing brothers. 2 historical and unforgettable events and individuals involved, many of whom will be honored at the annual Trooper George Hanna Memorial Awards for Bravery. And in an awards first, a hero on 4 legs. K9 Dax sent into an Ashland home to look for a man holed up in an attic in 2013.
We didn't know at that time that The suspect who was in the attic was texting his lawyer saying that he was going to shoot the police when they got up there.
His actions saved officers' lives, and that's what these awards are all about, paying tribute to those who risk it all for the sake of the job.
So a couple dozen officers and this K-9 will receive awards this morning at the ceremony that's set to begin at 10 o'clock here at the State House. That's where we're live this morning. Nicole Jacobs, WBZ News.
Thank you very much, Nicole. Today, investigators will be back in Lynn using sonar to search for a missing mother. Dive teams searched the floating bridge pond yesterday, but didn't find any sign of Jamie Mendez. She's been missing for nearly 2 weeks. She's the mother of a 5-year-old little boy. Her family, though, is bracing for the worst.
We just want to bring my sister home, put her to rest respectfully, and bring closure to the family, to her son, to her sons, you know, to everybody, really. But yeah, to answer your question, we don't believe in our heart that she's alive.
Mendez was last seen with a registered sex offender. Police have talked to him, but aren't calling him a suspect. Officers have few clues, though, including some of Mendez's clothes found in a Lynn dumpster.
It's just about 6:09 right now. New details this morning. Quincy Medical Center is pushing back its closing date as the state decides whether to take legal action against the hospital. The medical center is now set to close February 4th. The Attorney General's office says Steward Healthcare is violating an agreement to stay open for 10 years after buying the hospital in 2011. The hospital says they're losing $20 million a year.
Right now, New York City health officials are waiting on Ebola tests from a woman who recently returned from Guinea. The woman died at a hair salon in Brooklyn Tuesday. Witnesses say she had blood coming from her nose and mouth, but they were told she died of a heart attack. The health department is monitoring the woman for Ebola. Test results should be back today.
Well, concerning developments in Ferguson, Missouri. Coming up, the new statistic that has police worried as a grand jury decision looms in a controversial police shooting.
And a new peek this morning at the progress of the Government Center T station.
Plus, snowed in. They couldn't make it to the Buffalo Sabres game, but some kids are still showing off their team spirit. We'll tell you. Danielle.
And speaking of kids, they may complain this morning about putting on the winter gear, but it's cold, so make sure they're bundled up. A biting wind, temperatures in the 20s, 30s by later on this afternoon, but a warm up. We'll talk about it coming up.
So come out of your cave, walking on your hands, and see the world hanging upside down. You can understand dependence when you know their maker's land.
And this one is it.
Hello.
I think you have the wrong day.
Well, I heard you had Dunkin' K-Cup packs.
Pick up Dunkin' K-Cup packs for anyone who might drop by. Get 2 boxes for $15.99. America runs on Dunkin'.
Welcome to Eastern Bank. How can I help you, Mr. Wilford?
I'd like to make a deposit, please.
Great. What do you have today?
Just a few things. She's a princess.
This year, Eastern Bank is teaming up with Toys for Tots.
Wow, big deposit today.
So please, bring a new unwrapped toy to any Eastern Bank branch, and let's all make the holidays a bit brighter for families who need it most.
Finding that perfect tree. Going for a sleigh ride. Touring the lights. There's nothing like the holidays in a new Lincoln. The Lincoln Wishlist event is on. The Lincoln MKZ, the first ever MKC, the new Navigator.
Right now, get exceptional limited time offers. Lease the 2015 Lincoln MKZ or MKZ Hybrid for $299 a month.
My wife passed away in 2013. It was devastating for all of us. My kids mean the world to me. It's pretty daunting, you know, to wonder where that next paycheck's going to come in. I believe that this is an attack on us, on the middle class. We've made concessions. We've worked our overtime to get this company to be what it is today. We brought them through bankruptcy. All we're looking to do is get back to work, and we just want a fair deal.
The holiday season is here, which means it's time for the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event. For practically just your signature, you could drive home for the holidays in a German-engineered Volkswagen, like the sporty, advanced new Jetta and the 2015 Motor Trend Car of the Year all-new Golf. If you're wishing for a new Volkswagen this season, just about all you need is a finely tuned
10.
Hurry in and get zero do-it signing, zero down, zero deposit, and zero first month's payment on select new Volkswagen models.
Have you started shopping? Just waiting for inspiration to strike. And there it is. Done. Genius.
Give the gift of Dunkin' Coffee. Get 3 pounds for $19.99. Only at Dunkin' Restaurants. America runs on Dunkin'.
Today's morning message is brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts.
It is cold.
Hey, check out these little hockey fans in New York. They decided to make the most of being stuck at home in the snow. Instead of being at the Buffalo Sabres game, they made their own hockey-themed snowman. Looks like he ran right into the glass there.
I know, right? That is unbelievable, but so neat. As for the game, it went on despite all the snow. Only about 6,200 fans showed up, and the Sabres gave them something to cheer about. They did beat the Sharks 4-1.
Hopefully the kids get to see it on TV, maybe.
They're cute. So it's a really cute thing.
I just saw a picture, too, online where I was showing Roby that someone had put some adult beverages in the snow outside.
Snow bar.
Yeah, keep them cold, you know, you got to do what you can.
Yeah, I could see my husband doing that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when you have 5 feet of snow,
you got plenty to cover the cooler.
What are you going to do? And it's impressive, these lake effect snow bands. I mean, it's an epic event that's ongoing, so that's the thing.
I love that you called it epic.
It is. It's epic. It's ridiculous. I mean, I wouldn't want to be digging out from 5 feet of snow, but here at home, obviously, the big story is the cold. Beautiful start, though. Live look out over the city of Boston right now, where we have clear skies, not tracking feet of snow or even inches of snow right now, but I am tracking temperatures that feel like they're below 0 right now. The wind chill value in Worcester is 1 below 0. Wind chills for the rest of us are generally in the teens. So it is a cold start, and the wind chills are thanks to the wind, obviously, that's gusting between 20 and 30 miles per hour this morning. It's going to continue this way for the next several hours, only gradually subsiding through the second half of the day. So it's certainly going to be a blustery feel. Actual temperatures, 17 in Worcester, 24 in Boston. Most of us between about 20 to 24 degrees during the course of the day today. Otherwise, we have sunshine that's going to be coming up here officially at 6:40 this morning. We've had a couple of snow showers in northern New England, so ski country's happy about that, picking up a few inches in the Green Mountains and in far northern portions of New Hampshire. Back to the west, a little more light snow. This is actually a surge of warmer air. It's all relative, of course. So it's 20 degrees in Chicago with light snow this morning. And then we jump up into the 30s in St. Louis. So some of this air is going to head in our direction. What does it mean for us? Today, not a whole lot. We'll be in the mid-30s, wind chills in the 20s. Tonight, the clouds increase. There may be a couple of flurries overnight while we're sleeping. Tomorrow, the sun will be back out, and highs will be in the lower 40s, so a little bit better than today. The wind will still be a little bit breezy, not as strong, though, so wind chills will be in the 30s tomorrow. And then here we go, another blue line on the map. This is a cold front. It comes through tomorrow, and that means a reinforcing shot of cold air with temperatures only in the mid-30s again as we head into the end of the week. So this afternoon, about 34 degrees will do it. West-southwest breeze about 8 to 16 miles per hour, again, gusting occasionally higher. That means at 2 p.m. this afternoon, these are the wind chill values, 20 to 25 degrees, maybe closing in on 30 out over the Cape. Tonight, we actually drop back into the upper 20s, not as cold as this morning with a couple of flurries. And tomorrow, bright and breezy, 42 degrees, obviously still well below the average. AccuWeather 7-day, cold end to the week, cold start to the weekend. We got our Faneuil Hall tree lighting on Saturday evening. Temperatures will be around 30, and then a little bit milder for the second half of the weekend. Some rain arrives late on Sunday evening, and night continues into Monday morning, and then we'll be around 60, 55 with clearing skies on Tuesday. Traffic and weather together, Roby.
Epic and ridiculous. There's some crazy weather out there. It doesn't apply to traffic right now, but we're getting a report of our first accident of the morning. This one to the south of Boston. Let's take a look at the map. This crash is in Canton, 95 northbound at exit 12. That's the 128 exit, so that's a very busy spot. Already reports of slowdowns on 95 between exits 11 and 12. Now, 24 north is getting real sluggish from Avon into 93, and the expressway north, see all that red up on the right-hand corner there, still jammed between Neponsit and the Braintree split. Catherine, Bree?
Okay, Roby, thank you very much. It is 6:17 right now. New pictures this morning on the progress at the Government Center T-Stop. Crews are working to make the station more accessible and safer. It closed in March for repairs and is set to reopen in the spring of 2016. Riders will see new elevators, new LED signs, and new space for vendors. Also, new digital signs you may notice are now up and running on I-495. And they don't just keep drivers informed, they also track your speed. So look out, the signs can track individual cars, but they can track the average speed of all drivers at that particular location. Police say this is going to help them decide where to look for speeders, and also it's going to lead to safer highways.
And speaking of safer, there's an app called WhatsApp. I don't really know what it is.
Take a spin on WhatsApp?
Maybe WhatsApp. WhatsApp. Well, they're trying to be safer for users.
All right. Plus, if you don't like busy airports, then you're not going to like this new development.
Yeah. Jill Wagner is live at the New York Stock Exchange with today's Money Watch. Good morning, Jill.
Good morning, Catherine. But yeah, I'm not cool enough for WhatsApp either myself. But anyway, Logan Airport, we know, pretty crowded already, but a new report finds it could get worse. The U.S. Travel Association found that airport infrastructure across the nation just isn't keeping up with increased passengers. The report finds that at Logan, in about a decade, every single day is going to feel like the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, which we know is one of the busiest travel days of the year. Here on Wall Street, those record highs just keep piling up. Pharmaceutical stocks helped push the S&P to a new high. The Dow was up 40 points, also closing at a record high. The Nasdaq posted its first gain this week, adding 31 points. WhatsApp trying to protect its users from government spying. The instant messaging system has started to use a new encryption program that protects conversations from unwanted surveillance. And adding to Bob Marley's legacy, legalized marijuana products. The family of the late reggae star has teamed up with a private equity firm to build what it calls the world's first global cannabis brand. In addition to selling marijuana where legal, they also plan to sell pot-infused lotions and accessories under the brand name Marley Natural. I like the name One Love. I think they should use that. Bree and Catherine.
Yeah, you know, I think I would like that name, but I just don't think I'm going to like the smell of that lotion.
It, like me, it smell like skunk a little?
No, not so much. Thanks, Jill. Appreciate it. And you know, if you think some shoes are pricey, check out this nail polish. This bottle of Christian Louboutin Signature Red Nail Polish costs $675. That's more than some of their red-soled shoes. In the designer's defense, though, the nail polish is embellished with 1,500 crystals. So you're paying for the bottle, but not the polish.
Are people really going to buy that? Somebody's going to buy that.
Somebody's going to buy it. Oh, yeah, for sure. Somebody will buy it. But will it stay on their nails?
I don't know. Yeah, right?
I would never, ever, ever want to take nail polish from River.
Most expensive manicure ever. All right, well, a groundhog goes on the attack.
Coming up, a New Hampshire man talking about his wild encounter with an angry groundhog.
Plus, a trip of a lifetime, how a local man is preparing for an out-of-this-world adventure.
She's got a ticket to ride.
Enjoy your day from the Respite Center in Hopkinton, Massachusetts.
Thank you so much to everyone at the Michael Lisnow Respite Center in Hopkinton. Good morning to you all. We hope you have a great day as well. Hey, we want to see your morning messages too. Send us a video to help Boston wake up. We'll show a new one every day at 5 and 6 a.m.
And upload those videos at cbsboston.com/morningmessage, and you can also share it through Facebook or Twitter.
The most trusted name in mattresses. Sleepy's, the mattress professionals.
DCU free checking. Monthly fees? 0. Minimum balance required? 0. Online bill payer? 0. Compared to your checking account, you have 0 reasons not to switch.
When Mom and Dad said family vacation, I was expecting another trip to a water park. I never thought it would be like this, where strangers become best friends and life is more colorful. This place was like nothing I've ever seen. I'll never forget it. Chiapas, Live it to believe it.
Why did I choose Bridgewater? I have always wanted to be a pilot. I just love to fly.
The education I got helped me get the job I have today, a senior accountant at Cumberland Farms.
I'm getting the chance to do independent research on type 2 diabetes. We are Bridgewater State University.
You know the moment when you find exactly what you want at the perfect price? Get ready for that moment.
Boston Interiors is opening a brand new store in Burlington and celebrating with a grand opening sale in all our stores. We've never had a sale quite like this. Come in now for special sale prices and limited time price reductions, and enter for a chance to win a $10,000 room makeover.
If you're a smart shopper, you know what to do.
The grand opening sale in every Boston Interiors store.
You know what matters? In today's prepackaged, mass-produced, insta-everything world, what matters is human touch. Sam, those oysters come in?
MMI Touch, available in Audi A3. Experience uncompromised luxury at your local Audi dealer today. Visit Audi Burlington and Audi Brookline today.
Is it smarter to buy a new car or a used car? Well, you can save a lot of money either way, because DCU gives you the exact same amazingly low car loan rate on new cars or used cars. So you decide.
CBS Tonight.
It's about to get crazy.
Get ready for the biggest blindside yet.
I might have to stir up a little bit of chaos.
I need to change the course of the game. I've had it with John, I've had it with Missy.
I want to make a move. They don't expect.
We rocked the boat too hard. One of us is going to fall out.
People are going to think I was lying this whole time.
You're the only one I trust. I don't trust nobody else.
I will light this camp on fire on my way out. I just don't want to get hashtag blindsided.
New Survivor, CBS Tonight.
Welcome back. Some new steps this morning to keep drivers across the country safe. Federal regulators are demanding car makers expand an airbag recall. There are concerns that the Takata airbags explode with too much force and send shrapnel into the car. They've already been linked to 5 deaths and hundreds of injuries. Until now, the recall had been limited to states with high humidity. Meanwhile, the controversial Keystone Pipeline project failed to pass in the Senate by just 1 vote last night. The project would have carried oil from Canada to refineries on the Gulf Coast for export. Republicans vow to bring it up again after they take control of the Senate in January.
Gun sales are going up in Ferguson, Missouri. One gun dealer in the St. Louis suburbs says sales have been 2 to 3 times higher than usual in the past few weeks, as anxious residents await a grand jury's decision on whether to indict the police officer who shot and killed 18-year-old Michael Brown. Drone operators can now be fined if they operate the drone recklessly. The NTSB is upholding an FAA ruling. They're fining a photographer $10,000 on charges he flew a drone too close to people at the campus of the University of Virginia.
A Walpole man is set to become a space tourist. Richard Laron is on a waiting list for a 2016 flight on board a Virgin Galactic spacecraft. The 63-year-old president of a lighting and sound company says he's traveled all around the world. He's a thrill seeker, but his biggest adventure is yet to come.
And how long will you be in space again?
Only be in space for 6 minutes.
6 minutes?
6 minutes.
But it's worth it.
Oh, absolutely. We're only on this world for a short time. And I think we want to make the most of it while we're here.
And he paid a lot for this, that's for sure. Last month's Virgin spaceship crash isn't deterring LaRon one bit. He lost his son to a brain tumor back in 1996. He carries a lock of his son's hair and leaves it basically wherever he goes, a little bit of it.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is really sad.
Enjoy life while you're here, I guess.